with brute force. They came with brute force, and not only that, we tried to rebuild, and they didn't let us rebuild. They anything we did, they tried to undermine, and then the state government came in with 9,311 charges against me, and that all those charges ultimately were either thrown out or found not guilty. I had two trials. I had a federal trial and I had a state trial.
Wow.
And the state trial was after the federal trial. Federal trial came out guilty. I was already sitting in prison. But who knows what? And they were begging me to take at least one charge from the state side.
To just plead guilty.
Plead guilty. And I said no. I said I'm not guilty, and I'm going to go to court. And even the Skanim at that point were trying to push me. To plead guilty, and I said no, because that's not true, and I don't want to. I saw this as, if God chas v'shalom, I would have pled guilty to that one charge. That was a misdemeanor. So really, it's 9,311 misdemeanors. But if you add them up, it's how much is 9,311 months? That's how many.
That's a lot of years.
It's a long time.
So they make it sound one, but then they'll flip it. You see, it was right. They were trying to paint me or paint the plant as a not. It was almost modern plant. Anybody came through the plant and the trial, all these things came out. In the state trial, I had half the normal trial. Guys got up there and said everybody's wearing safety equipment. The place, he says, the refrigeration guy, he says this plant is as modern as one of the top 5 blue ribbon companies in America. It was a new plant. They try to portray this like some hole in the wall. The guys trying to sneak through.
And you weren't paying like $3.20 an hour.
Well, I thought we were always above minimum wage. If that's, we always paid for vacation. We always paid for overtime. All these things. We had health benefits available. This was, if anybody came. But what does it take today? What does it take today to throw something out there? And it doesn't take a
that's the
tweet.
Media.
You can take a tweet.
No, the media now, it's so easy to, if you want to portray something as negative, it's so easy to do that. Even,
So what did President Trump, what he was fighting of fake news, this is in a smaller way, but for me, it's a bigger way.
Right.
Same thing. They were just throwing things, and I was shocked. I was shocked how this can go on in America. My father was shocked. So in the long short of it, I said, I'm not pleading guilty. I said, it was a job. And I saw a lot of miracles along the way, how you didn't continue to daven for me, how you didn't continue to support me, how other communities, not a lot of communities, came in and joined in, not only in davening and helping with legal expenses.
Right.
Really?
Moral support, yeah. You had the Satmar community, and a pivotal, crucial point. And it comes in and makes them love a malka, and the guy says maybe they're going to raise $20,000. They raised $80,000 in the Satmar community for Lubavitcher, and that was a critical money needed to go into the state trial. And we went to state trial. So right away they dropped the 9,228 charges. That happened right away, and then we tried for 100 charges, whatever. And then Baruch Hashem won them all. And during that trial, a lot of these things came up, which is good on the record. That was just lies. That's what I wanted. Finally, Baruch Hashem won, not guilty. And today the whole thing's expunged. You can't find it anymore.
But how did it come to a point where you were sentenced to 27 years?
That's another. How to come to that point, I'll never know. That's a point today. I heard my own lawyer say that had the federal government not done things they have done, then I wouldn't have been in prison. So that's a whole story on that side. But I maintain the trial was not the way it should have been. You think you have a day in court, you don't. There's a lot of things that cut out. You can't get up and say what you want to say. At the end of the whole thing, she writes, the judge writes, even Mr. Rubashkin is right in everything he says, I would still give him 27 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yes, go.
Come on in.
Because that's the just thing to do. So without getting